In this video, we are going to see how to generate incrementing numbers in Pabbly Connect. So let's say that every time a new employee joins my organization and there is a form submission, so I want that the details of that employee should be embedded in my spreadsheet along with an employee code. And I want that every time a new detail is added, the code should be incremented by one value each. How can it be done? For this, I'm going to create a workflow where every time a new response is received through form builder application, then I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly which is number formatter. Here the action event would be counter that helps in incrementing or decrementing the values. And finally, I'm going to use my action application as Google Sheets where I would be adding the data. How can that be done? For this, we will have to integrate these applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here your trigger application will be Typeform, then your action application first will be a feature by Pabbly which is number formatter, and then Google Sheets. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and here we have reached the landing page. Now on the right hand side we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Now being an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. And as I do that, we have reached all applications page. These are the various products of Pabbly. Here we are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. As we do that, here we have reached the dashboard. Now on the right hand side there's a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective here? So here I'm going to tell you how can you get incrementing numbers in Pabbly Connect. So generating incrementing numbers in Pabbly Connect. This is how I'm going to name it. Let's click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now what is my objective? Let's say that every time there's a new employee added, so I want to generate an employee code for the person. So I already have created a Google Sheet. Let me show you the same. So this is my spreadsheet and these are the various column fields: full name, email address, phone number, date of joining and employee code. Now what is my objective? Every time a form has been filled by the person, then automatically these details would be entered, and along with that this value would be incremented by 1 and another employee code would be generated. So to do this, first of all I'm going to choose my trigger application which is Typeform, and here the trigger event would be new entry. Now I'm going to click on connect. As I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Typeform account. Let's click on add new connection, connect with Typeform. So here I have already logged into my Typeform account, so I'm going to click on accept. As I do that, we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Typeform and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now here we have to select the form. So first of all, let me take you to Typeform. So this here is my Typeform account, and here we have a form that I have already created. The name of the form is appointment. So this is a new appointment form, and here we have the following fields: full name, email address, phone number and date of joining. So this here is the form. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to select the form and click on save and send test request. Now here it is asking me to do a test submission in the application in order to capture the response. So I'm going to take you back to Typeform, and here we have the link. I'm going to copy this link, open this in a new tab over here. And as we do that, here we can see that the form is right in front of us. Now I'm going to fill up the details. Let's say the full name here is smart user. Then we have the email address which is smartuser@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the phone number, and then we have the date of joining. Let's say it is 05/11/2023. Now I'm going to click on submit. So here we can see that our form has been submitted. So taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here we can see that we have received the response. So as I take you down, here we can see the name is Smart User. This here is the email address. Then we have the phone number, and then here we have the date of joining. Now what is my objective here? My objective is that this number that we have received, the employee code, should be incremented by 1 every time. For this I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly, which is number formatter, and within this the action event here would be counter. So counter lets you increment or decrement a value. I'm going to click on connect, and as I do that, here we have to first of all enter the initial value. So the initial value here is 3. So I'm going to write 3 here. Then operation, do you want to increment or decrement? It is increment. Change value by, so here I want to increase it by 1. Then do you want to reset on an execution? No. Do you want to reset counter after reaching certain final value? No. So here it is asking me, let's say that I have reached till 10, then again do you want to start from 1? So here the answer is no. I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response. Now I'm going to choose my action application again as Google Sheet. Let's click on this. And here the action event would be to add new row. Let's click on connect. Now here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Google Sheets account. Let's click on add new connection. Sign in with Google. Here I have to select the account. And once done, Pabbly Connect Sheets wants to access my Google account. Let's click on allow. As we do that, here we can see that the authorization has been successful. So once this is done, now let's come down, and here we have to first of all select the spreadsheet, which is employee details. And you can see that the system has already selected the sheet. Now here we have to map the information. First of all, the full name. So I'm going to go to the first step, and here the name was Smart User. So this here is the full name. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. And mapping is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Now the email address, so let's go to step 1 once again. Here, this here is the email address. Then we have the phone number. So let's look for the phone number. Here it is. And then the date of joining. So again here I'm going to look for date of joining. Here it is. And finally the employee code. So it is written like PC/EMP/. So I'm going to write the same thing here manually, PC/EMP/. And now I'm going to map the number that we had received from step number 2. So this here is the final value. Let's click on save and send test request. As we do that, here we have received the response. Now I'm going to take you to my Google Sheet, and you can see that the details of the user along with the new employee code are here in my Google Sheet. So this basically means that my integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So taking you back to Typeform, I'm going to copy this link once again, open this in a new tab here, and here now I'm going to enter the full name. So let's say it is new dummy. Then we have the email address, which is newdummy@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the phone number. And then we have the date of joining. So let's say the date of joining is 04. And what is the day? It is 12/2023. Now I'm going to click on submit, and as I do that, let's go to the Google Sheet, and you can see that the details are here and the new employee code has been generated. So this is how you can increment the values. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's look at our workflow once. So here our trigger application was Typeform, where we had received a new entry, and then our action application was a feature by Pabbly, which was number formatter, and here we had used counter. This helps in incrementing or decrementing the values. And finally our action application was Google Sheets, where we had added the new row along with the data. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.